What's up, douches? Final Fantasy is uploading. The game crashed. I'm probably do some more later. I'm gonna cook some food and all that bullshit. I'm gonna try to do the Dawn Toneberry trick if I can. It's supposed to be a way to gain like unlimited or as many levels as you can. You complete the sphere grid, but I'm getting close to just wanting to go beat the game now. I have to unlock like auto life and double cast and some shit like that, but that's kind of what Don Tonberry is about. Look, I haven't been this happy since probably since I made that $1 million I didn't even cash out. Um, and look, I don't want to live in a world where I have $1 million, but everyone is corrupt. I'd rather live in a world where I get to do all that all over again and no one's corrupt, or at least the corruption is super, super pushed down. The only reason why I even played along with her is I assumed the Secret Service wasn't going to be in on it, but they were in on it, which is why it's taken this long. But you don't understand. She's already Tiffany from Girls' Generation's already admitted to theft, grand larceny. The P Diddy shit is just icing on the cake. I didn't know P Diddy was involved. She stole my money and thinks that like that's some kind of a loan, and it's not. And she admitted to it. And I wouldn't even know that it would be an open and shut case if I wouldn't have gone to Korea because nothing to do with Korea. But when I came back, since I wasn't working, it made a whole bunch of problems. So I had to like do these extra steps to like find my like background check reports allegedly and all that bullshit. And during that process, I was like, wait a minute. So it should be on file that she admitted to everything. So I can even like with all because she's already admitted to it. Like basically the lawyer was like, you can pay me if you want to, but all the stuff I'm going to do is free. You might need to pay me to do the paperwork to get your for the FOIA part because the Freedom of Information Act on whatever the fuck that I had to do where she admitted to everything. See, her saying, no, it's a misunderstanding. I'm borrowing the money. We're going to get married later. That's her admitting guilt. I can decide that I don't want to get married because she's a smut actress. I can decide I'm not dating her because I haven't seen her in like 2 years, right? I can decide that whenever the fuck I want to. Once you've admitted guilt, you've admitted guilt, right? Plus, how long have I been saying you're permanently dumped, Horfany? Anyways, on top of the $100,000, the damages and all that bullshit, like this is gonna be so easy. Like, there's something where like they were like asking me, what about arbitration? And I was like, what about it? Basically, it seems like unless this bitch is going to cough up $500,000, she's going to face federal charges. And everyone who's Soo Young can face federal. She might be Korean, and she may never want to, and that would just mean Korea, I think, extradites to America. Because if Soo Young was helping Stephanie Horfany steal my money, Soo Young can get charged. Yuri, what were you doing? Did you know Stephanie had my stolen money when you were in LA? Oh, but we didn't think that P. Diddy would get arrested. Well, who pays you to think? You get paid to sing and dance. I haven't been this happy since I made that $1 million because I'm basically looking at $2 to $10 million in damages. Because it's not just Stephen, it's not just Tiffany, it's Tiffany from it's basically everyone in Girls' Generation except for Suyeon, Suyojeon, because she's like, leave me out of it. I'm already an actress. I don't need to be a whore either about it. So all of them, or basically their management team, Sublime, Shawnee Pick, personally, since she's no, I am personally taking care of responsibility for Tiffany now that her stolen money. Okay, personally, you can get sued as well. Like she is so used to people just like she's so used to people like just letting her get away with shit that she literally spilled the beans, incriminated herself in a $100,000 felony case and doesn't seem to understand the problems that the trouble that she's in. That's why like normally these cases are never this easy. Like I can even file all the paperwork for free. I just they even gave me like a step-by-step thingy of what to do to file it for free. Let them know if they need if I want to pay them for the FOIA Freedom of Information Act thingy. But essentially, there's an ongoing FBI case that's tied into the P Diddy bullshit because of her stealing my money. The Secret Service case where they basically say, "Oh, oops, she just got away," and then they got arrested. So they're in on it. So that's not like that's like charges. Like me doing this civil thing is like you better give me the fucking money. You've already admitted to guilt. And then after that, if the feds want to, they can then give her federal charges because then right now it's only like she admitted guilt, but like still no one has taken the steps to like put it in the system. And the only reason why, apparently, this whole time I've been trying to put it in the system, I was like, jurisdictionally, do I do it in Virginia? Do I do it in California? How do I do it in Korea? Do I have to go to Korea to do it? No, the biggest problem is going to be getting her process served. But as I understand it, like, since she's a celebrity, she basically has to accept it. Or we can, like, process serve, like, her management team or whatever the fuck. That's where I'll probably have to pay someone. But I haven't been this happy in forever. Like, go be a whore. Go be a bigger whore. Go post your whore scenes all over the fucking world. Post it on all your fucking social media. That's you telling the world that, because you're going to need to make money as much as you can because you're going to end up paying me $500,000. Every single fucking one of you. Because it's the 100K, then the damages. And wouldn't you know it, like, I've been thinking I've been living in like the Twilight Zone where like people can just blatantly steal and get away with it and admit to it and there's no consequences. Since when? Since Joe Biden got elected. That's why in 2020, 2021 New Year's Eve party, P. Diddy's there with all the politicians having like oh, thank you God for giving us this blessing. Their God is gold, oil, diamonds. And they're allowed to do that because all the politicians at those parties are satanic cult members. You don't have to believe in Jesus. You don't have Zeus. You don't have to believe in God. You don't got to be religious. You don't got to be spiritual. They are. They are in a negative sense. So at the very least, you should understand what they're talking about so you can counter it. I view it like Final Fantasy X. They cast slow on you, dispel. I'll cast haste. Oh, what's that? Oh, they're sending TV programs at me, so I turned it off. Okay, well, how do you cast haste? I turned on some meditation music and I studied or read a book or did some hacking problems. Look, you don't understand. Like, I think I've already said it. Allegedly, I was going through an investigation for good stuff to find out if I'm trustworthy and if I lie or not. And I was like, look, I met her in 2018. I went to go see her in New York. And at the end of 2022, she stole a bunch of money. I reported her to all the proper authorities. Haven't seen her. Don't want to see her. She thinks it's some kind of a tradition. She thinks she's like showing off. We're still in contact. I'm kind of playing along just so I can get the money back. But this bitch is crazy. And she admitted to it all and was like, oh no, I have to go do Moschino. Oh no, I can't do any more smut. No, no, I told all the federal investigators it's a misunderstanding. You mean you admitted to it? I just have to file it correctly. I've been filing it incorrectly. That's why I'm happy.